Peace. Welcome to the YouTube live book reading of The African Origin of Civilization, Myth or Reality by Dr. Cheikh Anta. And I'm your moderator and narrator, Uriel Riley. Peace, peace. Welcome, YouTube. It's that peaceful time. Man, put in a lot of work today and yesterday, and so I was like, after meditation, I was like, all right, it's time. Wish you enjoy the sights and sounds. Look at this, light shining. That's powerful. Sure is, right? Peace, YouTube. All right, here we go. We pick up in the 9th chapter. Light it up, light it up. In the 9th chapter, let's see. This is the 39th reading of this book. A number and it's square. That's why I love 39. I love numbers, as you can tell, period. But today I'm 17,109. And this is the 39th reading of The African Origin of Civilization. Welcome, YouTube. Thank you for being here and reading with us. And this is the live portion. I will put it in the playlist when it's complete uploading with a brief vocabulary of what we've read in this reading. All right, page 188 in the middle is where we pick up at. Here we go. Furthermore, a Laobe woman knows that sculpture is merely a pretext and that the principal source of wealth is the herd of donkeys. She is economically secure only when she weds a talented thief. If her mate does not excel in this field, the wife will constantly throw this up to him, and the marriage will last even less time than usual. For all these reasons, the usual distinction between two categories of Laobe sculptors and non-sculptors is no longer very important. The Laobe are bellicose, but seldom come to blows. The classic scene is that of two adversaries advancing one toward the other at a pace slow enough to allow the crowd time to intervene, swearing and hurling insults with all his might. Each antagonist drags behind him a long stick weighing several pounds. As soon as the onlookers have separated them, both opponents feel that they have done their duty. The scuffle is ended, but the insults continue. The Laobe are the noisiest and the most socially undisciplined of all the Africans I know. A Laobe woman spends her time quarreling and deceiving her husband. The Laobe live scattered over different villages in Senegal and elsewhere. They have no fixed dwellings. It is inaccurate to say that they inhabit the Fouta Toro in Senegal or the Fouta Jalon in Guinea, territories of the Tokola and Pule. They form sporadic groupings within larger ethnic groups. The Laobe of Senegal can no longer pinpoint their original habitat. Their social organization has completely dissolved. They no longer have traditional chiefs. The most respected member of the group rides a mule, while donkeys are reserved for others. Top of page 189. Peace. Live from LA. Peaceful part of YouTube where we read books. So welcome. I wish you've had a wonderful, wonderful, exemplary day, just like mine. Shining light to the people in every way that you have been. We're cheering for you, praying for all those that are going through rough times as well. So we'll sing I love you to them when we are complete. All right. 189 at the top. They seem to have borrowed circumcision from other Senegalese populations. They swear by the Sulta, the instrument they use to hollow out the tree trunks after they have been felled by the axe. They use the same instrument for circumcision. Eleobe often excessively resorts to the expression, may God make me flee from the Sota if ever I do such a thing. He then breaks his oath almost immediately. Yeah, we know people like that, right? Just they their honor is relieved of them. They have no honor left, so what they say doesn't really hold any weight. That's what he's describing here. In other words, the Leobe are a branch of the Sao, scattered after the destruction of their culture. Other branches probably went elsewhere. At Wadi Halfa in Nubia, Champollion discovered a stela depicting Mandu, a Nubian god, offering to Osora Sen, a pharaoh of the 16th dynasty, the peoples of Nubia, which included two tribes called Asaweo and Choked. These names are strangely reminiscent of the legendary people called the Sao, who were known to have settled around Lake Chad. There are still choked on the banks of the Lagoon. Bauman Della Fosse, however, identifies these choked as Arabs. Peace. Thank you for reading with us. Size Heartlow. Pushing towards 700 subs on this peaceful part of YouTube where we read books and learn from masters. I'm Master Fitness Trainer Uriel Riley. Welcome here. Yes. Live from the light. All right. A new section down at the middle bottom of page 189 in the ninth chapter. Origin of the Pule. At first sight, one might believe that the Pule originally came from that part of West Africa where Semitic Moors and blacks long remained in contact. Delafosse, the Negroes of Africa. Though the hypothesis of this crossbreeding must be accepted, the initial site where it took place must be sought elsewhere, despite appearances. Like other West African populations, the Pule probably came from Egypt. This theory can be supported by perhaps the most important fact to date, the identity of only two typical totemic proper names of the Pule, and with equally typical notions of the Egyptian metaphysical beliefs, the Ka and the Ba. What was the role of the Ka and the Ba in ancient Egypt? Moray answers this question in Le Nile et la civilisation égyptienne, page 212. Here we're about to read from it, and then we'll hit the chime because that was definitely, this is definitely a big mark right here. Look at the light is just lifting off the page. I told you we're light benders here on this channel. The Ka, which united with the Zet in a divine being that lives in the sky and does not appear until after death. We were wrong to define it, with Maspero as the double of the human body, living with it, but leaving it at the moment of death and being restored to the mummy by the Osirian rites. The formula for the spiritualization of the king shows that while Horus purifies the Zet, dematerializing it in the basin of the jackal, he purifies the Ka in another basin, that of a dog. Ka and Zet were thus separated and had never lived together on earth. In the text of the Old Kingdom, the expression to pass to one's Ka means to die. Other texts specify that an essential Ka exists in the heavens. This Ka presides over one's intellectual and moral forces. At the same time, it purifies the flesh and embellishes the name of and gives physical and spiritual life. Wow, so powerful. Oh, Ba and the Ka. We have to breathe that in. That's a very major key in understanding and mastering ourselves, knowing that we have a soul energy, right? And a spirit energy, but they're both spiritual and reside with us. All right, let's keep going. Top of page 190. Once the two elements are united, Ka and Zet form the complete being who attains perfection. This being possesses new properties which make of him an inhabitant of the heavens, called Ba, soul, and Ankh, spirit. The soul, Ba, represented by the bird, Ba, with a human head, lived in the heavens. As soon as the king is joined by his Ka, he becomes Ba. All right, that was his depiction. Now, Sheikh Anta is going to. Let's go. It matters little whether Moray's interpretation of the Egyptian Ka and Ba is entirely accurate or not. What is essential is that these two notions unquestionably play a role in Egyptian ontology. Ka and Ba are the only typical totemic names of the pure. Mhm. According to what has just been said about the Laobe, we believe that the Pule borrowed from them the name So, that we hesitate to identify with the third Egyptian term, Zet, body. Another totemic Pule name is merely a combination of Ba and Ra. The fourth term in Moray's text, Ankh, does not correspond to a totemic name, so far as I know, but it has an obvious ontological meaning in Wolof. Even today, in Wolof, Ak, Ankh, that equals that which one is forced to render to others at the time of judgment after death, before attaining eternal bliss. It refers to the fraction of the personality alienated from someone else, directly or indirectly, by inroads made on that person's possessions. Hmm. Keep going a little bit more. All right. Bottom of page 190. Zet in Egyptian. The corpse purified and rigid. Said in Egyptian. Symbolic death of the aged king and his ritual rejuvenation. Set in Wolof. Cold. Condition of the cadaver as a verb. To die. Ka in Egyptian can be summarized as meaning the essence of a being who lives in the heavens. Accordingly, it is depicted by two arms raised toward the sky. It has the following meanings: high, above, large, standard, height. In Egyptian, ka would be pronounced cow, which means high, above, elevated, etc. In Wolof and Ba in Egyptian is represented by a bird with a human head who lives in the sky. But Ba in Egyptian also designated an earthbound bird with a long neck. In Wolof, Ba equals ostrich. And we'll pause right here. Continue back. It's been a lot of work. We are getting it done. And that's what I told you. We have to outwork them. You know, the light, do what we can, put in our work, shine our light out to the people and give them the information so that they can go to the next level and push the work even further, because we have to, we know the past now. We know where we're at. We know who we're fighting against. So you always know I will come in with some light, bringing you positivity to uplift the people. Pure balance. Thank you so much for being here, reading with us. Hi, it's Heart Love. Yay. Oh, peace, peace. That's what's up. That's really what's up. Yeah, we got a lot going on. It's LA, so it's always something going on, right? What's most important is me gathering time and getting what I have done, and then coming on here and giving you some peace. Give us a glass of love water to our friends and family. Also, prayers to all of those in the midst of natural disasters going on. We want to send love and prayers, light to you. Thank you so much for all you have done and endured. Keep holding on. We're coming. All right. I love you. To our friends and family, soul returns. Hi, is Heart Love. I love you. Love you. Some great love water. Love you. I love you. I love you. Yep. I had to make this one as much as I could, bring you some peace. All right. So we're going to the aqua cloud tonight. All right. We'll be doing some light bending and water bending. in the aqua cloud. I mean, we are shaking it up on YouTube. We are really shaking it up. I'm so grateful and thankful for all I have now and all that's coming to me. Thank you so much. I'm praying for you. I love you. Let's sing I love you to our friends and family as we light up the light. Ay, 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 ay. Love, 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 love you. I, love you, 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 you. You know it, because I love myself. I'll see you soon, all right? We'll reconvene in the 9th chapter of The African Origin of Civilization, Myth or Reality by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Peace, peace. Thank you.